All right, guys, how's it going? So there's an article in the Telegraph by Chris Bascom. Used to be a good journalist, I think, in terms of contacts and things at Liverpool Football Club now. Probably still a good journalist, but I don't think he's got those contacts anymore. But you can form your own opinions on that. I certainly don't pay attention to Chris Bascom anymore. I used to back in the day, but I don't anymore. But that's not a dig at him. He's made plenty of digs at me in the past, but that's up to him. But I don't have any beef with the guy. He wrote an article titled "Jurgen Klopp's right-hand man Pep Lijnders in running for Ajax job." The Dutch coach is keen to be a manager again when he leaves Liverpool in the summer. We've seen this link, of course, so I'm not really sure why it's been mentioned again. Weeks and weeks ago, Pep Lijnders was linked with Ajax. So I don't, this kind of backs up my point, I think. Basically he's saying he's a contender for the vacant Ajax job as he considers his future beyond this season. It's confirmed he will leave Liverpool alongside Jurgen Klopp in the summer, ruling himself out of the race to succeed the outgoing coach. This is true. He did rule himself out, does want to leave. I think he would do anything to be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club. And I think at one time, that was probably what FSG were thinking when everyone was banging on about Steven Gerrard becoming the next manager of Liverpool when he was up in Rangers and that. The word, within the club was, hang on a minute, Pep Lijnders is really favoured by the ownership. It's between Gerrard and Lijnders. That was all that the conversation was back then, guys. There was no vacancy at the time, but it was like, hypothetically, life after Klopp, Pep Lijnders was really high regarded. And I actually, the latest thing we heard on here regarding Pep Lijnders was, there's been suggestions from people in the game, not directly with Liverpool Football Club, but in the game that he is in the running to be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club. There's been suggestions in the media that the players want him to be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club, but that originates from Alan Brazil at Talk Sport, so who's going to pay attention to that? I did a video about that, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Look for anything. There'll be something that gives it away, the title of the video, to do with that. And then previously, if you think back a few weeks, there's a video titled Club Source, but I can't remember what it said. Club Source, it had Pep and Klopp in the title. And that video was, this came from someone within Anfield, right? No, that's completely wrong. Dismiss that, please. Scratch that, please. Retract that. Scrub that. Take that out from the whatever I just said. Take it off the record. No, that's wrong. It's not someone within Anfield. It's someone connected within the club. Someone that on a day-to-day, well, not every day, but could turn up at Anfield, the training centre today, and could just walk in, be waved in. Yeah, how are you doing? You all right? Someone with that kind of access that's known around the club, respected, told me specifically that Pep Lijnders was considering throwing his hat into the ring. And the boss had said, look, if you want to do that, go for it, kind of thing. You'd have my full support. Nothing has materialised, but I think that's because Edwards is now back at the club. I can't see Pep Lijnders going to the club with Edwards there. I think, prior to the Edwards appointment, I said right at the very beginning, don't rule him out. He's remained consistently in the betting, and his odds came down the other day again, short on the other day. He's about the fourth favourite to be the manager, which is extremely strange if you think that this is someone that said he's leaving, blah, blah, blah. Someone somewhere thinks he's got a good chance of becoming the manager. But I'm not so sure that could happen under Edwards. And I've also said, in every time we've discussed him, that he only becomes a candidate in my eyes. Oh, there he is. I was pointing here. He only becomes a candidate in my eyes if the primary targets, let's say Alonso and Amorim, deservedly, Nagelsmann, if something from that doesn't materialise. So I don't think that he could get the job, but I still wouldn't rule him out personally. But I think it's only if it goes pear-shaped, and maybe you should rule him out now Edwards is back. So just giving a little blurb there about our thoughts regarding Lijnders and what we've previously discussed. This Chris Bascom talks about the Dutch side preparing for a transitional period after a difficult season. I think they've got an interim manager at the moment. If Lijnders was appointed, he would be reunited with Jordan Henderson. He's made no secret of his intention to make his next step in management. And he says, he finishes really by saying, indeed, there are those who believe the Dutchman ought to be on the shortlist to replace Klopp, following the tradition of the mid-70s when Shankly's assistant, Bob Paisley, ensured the principles of the legendary figure remained intact. But Lijnders said from the outset there is no prospect of that happening, although if he impresses as a number one elsewhere, it is highly likely he will be linked with an Anfield return in the future. And I just don't see that at all. I really don't. I would agree with Bascom here where he's saying there are those who believe the Dutchman ought to be on the shortlist to replace Klopp. There's quite a few fans think that as well. I don't, to be honest with you. I don't. I think there are certain things I've heard regarding Pep Lijnders. I just don't believe that he should be to be considered, to be honest with you. And I was still troubled by that book that he did. And the only reason why is I just don't think anyone, when like a manager or a coach or someone at Liverpool Football Club should be publishing stuff like that when they're still in employment. I think it should be when they've at least gone from the club, and not even when they retire. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school. I just don't like things like that. Not saying the book was sensational. It was probably, I think we tried to go through it on here, but I gave up. We're told, Klopp completely backed the project. I found it very strange, to be honest with you. But I think within the club, I think people are split as to Pep Lijnders and who he is, if that makes sense. So anyway, Pep Lijnders, I don't see what's new in this article. We could go back weeks and weeks and weeks. Would you agree with me? It's like completely pointless. But I still think it's worth mentioning because obviously Pep is in the running, or appears to be in the mix somewhere along the line. Maybe if he did go to Ajax, it would be a good move for him. You know what I mean? So that's all I've got for you on that front at the moment. Thanks for watching. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. Your comments get me through the day, honestly, and the night. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning last night. First thing I did was pick up my phone. I was like, let's have a look what people are saying. So they're really important to me. And if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, hit the super thanks button, much appreciated. Please read the video description to see the wonderful people that have done just that. Their names are in every upload throughout the year. There's the newsletter and social media things. Everything's in the video description. I'd love you to connect with me, you know what I mean? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you real soon. Let me know what you think about Pep Lijnders. Do you want him at Anfield? I don't think so.